So, look who dropped by. My good friend Jacob. Jacob, thanks for dropping by today.
Shoot,
He's been to the house a couple times and has become a friend of mine, a friend of Aaron's, a friend of Enrique's. And he was nice enough to drop by today. And we were just shooting the breeze over the last hour here. And he said, "Hey, I'll shoot a video with you." So let's talk about a few things today while we have Jacob here. He's a citizen of Alabama. And he welcomed me with open arms when I got here. But he's an investor. We talk gold and silver quite a bit. By the way, I want to mention gold today as I make this video up $93, sitting at $4,118. Silver up $2 as I make this video. Gold was up over $100 at one point. Silver was over $2 at one point, but it's sitting at 52.17. Dow up over 600 points. NASDAQ up nearly 500 today. As expected, Trump kind of softened his view with China, and the markets took that in a pretty positive light and went way up. But the precious metals still out there warning us that something is not right, that something is falling apart. And I asked you, how's the economy doing, Jacob? Your thoughts on the U.S. economy right now?
I think it could be better. Definitely could be better. Jeremiah has been one of the ones to talk to about the gold and silver, and me and my broker are definitely doing a lot of research into it. My broker's on the same page as Jeremiah is. Get into it while you can, because obviously something's happening, especially with the price continuously going up and up and up.
You know, we talk a lot about preparations, and, you know, we could see power outages, cyber attacks. Anything's possible. Now we're escalating things with Russia. We're escalating things with China. I mean, do you think something could happen here in the United States of America? And should we be prepared for a black swan event?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It could definitely happen. I'm not sure on the amount that China owns of our electrical infrastructure, but China and Russia both have basically a kill switch
Right.
to our power grid. Right. We are behind the times with our electricity and how we provide that electricity. So there is a possibility. If you don't have a generator, I recommend you investing in one. Generac is what I have on my house.
Generac here?
Yep. Power goes out within 7 minutes. It's back up and running, and the entire house is up. No power. Or no power outage when everybody else is without power.
A lot of people believe nothing bad could ever happen. No financial collapse, no dollar collapse, no disaster, no black swan event, no attack on American soil. Is that true? Are we looking at rainbows and puffy white clouds for the next 10 years in America, or should we really be preparing for something?
I'd be prepared for it. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. It's always better to be prepared and not need it than to not be prepared and need it. So I'll always invest in fuel, gold, and some sort of bartering unit in place, and definitely have your ammunitions and
security.
And yeah.
Yep. Something that did not get much attention Friday, and this was on Bloomberg, multiple other sites. Vietnamese rushed to buy gold but face empty shelves on first day as state lifts bullion monopoly. Vietnamese shoppers flocked to gold shops nationwide on Friday, the first day the state ended its monopoly on bullion production, but many went home empty-handed amid widespread shortages. We heard nothing about this, and I think that now we're hearing more about gold, the importance of it, that it's not just a barbarous relic anymore, that's not pet rock, and you're seeing like people around the world understand what it is and just how precious it really is and how important it's going to be when this economy eventually does go to a full-blown collapse. People waited in line for hours only to give up. Buyers outnumbered sellers. Gold prices have surged. In their currency, the VND, in their dollar, the Vietnamese dollar, an ounce of gold was 142.8 million. That's $5,421 Friday, US dollar. So even in America, look how cheap we're buying gold compared to China, Vietnam, and so many other countries. We're getting it at a discount. So, if you don't have this stuff, maybe it's a good time to maybe pick some of it up. I don't give financial advice, but it's something I think everybody better start thinking about. Yes.
I do want to touch back
Please.
on whether you think something could happen in the United States.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hush-hush on it, so it wasn't publicly thrown out there, but anybody could research this. I think it was the Sinaloa cartel, one of the highest-ranking members, sent a letter to Trump and basically said that America's politicians are not off limits, as well as we took out a ship. I don't know if you've heard about
the Venezuelan?
that. The Venezuelan ship.
Yeah.
And it actually, Colombia messaged back and said, hey, that's our ship. So not only do we have to worry about Russia, China for invasion, but we have all these South American countries and other countries to worry about, not just one or two. We've got maybe 5 or 6.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up, because I was reading earlier today that there's reports that our spy planes were flying over ships in Baja, Mexico.
Yeah.
So very close to San Diego, very close to the United States. And so they're thinking that maybe we're going to take a ship out of Mexico here pretty soon.
Well, Trump already wants to invade Mexico.
Yeah.
He wants to go in and try to clean it up and basically make it just like Puerto Rico and everything else is United States land. But we let them run it. Mexico, he wants to make Mexico United States land, but let Mexico run it.
The blowback would be huge.
Yeah.
The things that would happen here, then you'd have to worry about the cartels, and what they could do here, because I hear they have dirty bombs in America. Yep. Who knows? But it could get really, really ugly. But yeah, I mean, these are things you have to be ready for, because anything can happen. But we were talking also about this dystopian digital ID future of stablecoins, CBDCs, social scores, all that. In China, thousands of young people are homeless, not for the lack of money, but because their social credit system erased them. Every move, word, and purchase is scored. And if you don't score high enough, you're blacklisted, you're disappeared, and you can't do business. You can't work. Everything is on a computer. Everything's on your phone. You cannot go to the grocery store and buy food. You can't put gas in the car to go work. You can't go on a flight and go anywhere. You're homeless now. So we're seeing the world, Jacob, push for digital IDs. It's sexy, it's convenient, it's fast, it's trendy. CBDC, same thing. We're tying everything to a single score. How dangerous is this, and do you believe in this?
I don't believe in it. I think it's severely dangerous, because just as the conspiracy theories said about it years ago with the electric vehicles, they have the power. They can look at your carbon emission imprint on the earth and say that you've charged your vehicle too many times, and boom, you're shut out. You can't charge your car. You can't go to work. If we implement a digital ID with your social score, your this score, that score, and everything, they can basically maim you. They can take you and throw you to the curb. Yep. If you don't have enough money, if you're not implementing enough taxes into the county that you live in and everything else. I don't think it's a good idea, and I'd avoid it at all costs.
And then on top of that, they're going to see where you spend every penny.
Every dollar.
Everything. All the way down to the penny.
Yeah, you bought too many donuts this month. You can't buy any more sweets or anything with sugar. You ate out at restaurants too often this month. You can only buy veggies.
We don't like your political beliefs, or we don't like your religious beliefs.
Yeah. So
we just don't like what you're doing socially. We don't like what you said online, because it goes against what we believe in. So this could really be weaponized against the people. And look at things that start out as a good idea like this can really be used to do some really, really bad things. And just think, like, we don't know where we're going to be politically in the next few years or 10 years from now. This could really be used against people. And this is going to be, you're going to give the politicians so much power over the average American because there's nowhere to run or hide. They're going to know everywhere you spend your money, how much you have, what you believe in. They're going to know everything. And do you really want them to have that kind of power over you? I think it's horrible.
The scary thing is they already almost have that with Palantir.
Yeah.
You know, they have your credit score, your banking information. They have your social media accounts, whether you have 6 or whether you have 1. They have them all. They have it all. They have facial recognition. So every time you walk into Walmart, a lot of people don't know about this, but Walmart and most of your retail stores have facial recognition in their cameras. So they're already tracking you,
what you're buying.
They don't whether you're paying cash or whether you're using that card. If you're using a card, it's a lot easier because obviously they already have that information. But whether you're using cash or card, all they have to do is pull up your facial recognition, type it into the system, and see where all you went that day, and then they could just watch the footage of you buying whatever you're buying.
Aren't we almost at a point right now where we are using digital money? Because everybody uses a credit card or a debit card, or you know, they're using CBDCs. I mean, we're almost at that point. I rarely see people use cash today. We're almost there, right? And we got some cash. I'm still using.
I try to keep it on me.
I'm still trying to use cash too, but it's amazing how many stores now are going to try to push that out. Like, we don't want cash. You know, give us a card.
Yeah, there's a few stores around here that you're not allowed to have cash back, just because they don't have to pay that CH fee or whatever fee it is that they have to pay to the banks or the card companies. For allowing you to get that cash back, but also they don't want you to have cash. They want you to have that digital money so they can track every move you make, everything you purchase, and just watch you.
So think about this too, is that without cash, now we're just making numbers out of thin air. I mean, at least before we're printing it, putting ink on paper. But now...
And it had a sort of value.
Some sort of value. At least it costs probably 2 cents to make $1. But now you're just putting digits on a screen, and there's no cash. There's really no money. It's just all like make believe now. It's just digits on a screen. It's money out of thin air. So I don't know. What's the rest of the world going to think about all this? Maybe this is why they're abandoning the US dollar and going to gold now and looking at other options. It just seems like the world now is getting so sick of the US dollar. I don't know how they're going to, or if they will ever accept CBDCs or stable coins or any of this stuff, because it just seems to me that what we did with the US dollar, we printed it to the moon and now it's worthless. What stops us from just making money out of thin air on computers and that becoming worthless? Like, what faith do you have in something when it's just digits on a screen versus... At least that's paper and ink. I look at gold and silver as real money, and I think that's why the value of these things is going way up, because people want something they can hold, touch, and see with their own 2 eyes.
I think we're already there to a point. You know, back when I lived in the state of Washington, in Seattle, I used to Google all the time, how much is $1 worth? How much is $100 worth in Seattle? And this was back in like 2018, and $100 in King County was worth like $65 or something like that. Don't quote me on it, but it was, your $100 is only really worth like $60. So with us moving more towards a digital currency, who's to say what that dollar or that $100 is really worth at that point? Because, like you said, it's just numbers on a screen. Jerusalem
Post, silver supply crisis deepens as London inventories plunge 33%. A global silver squeeze is reaching crisis levels as supply shortages, collapsing London inventories, and soaring demand push prices above $50 per ounce. This could reshape the metal landscape for many years to come. A perfect storm here. Global silver demand is exceeding 1.16 billion ounces annually. Mine production cannot keep up with it. London Silver Vaults, the world's largest repository have seen stockpiles plunge 33% since mid-2021, leaving an estimated 200 million ounces of free float silver, down from 850 million in 2019. Again, it's another example that people want the real thing. They want to be holding something physical. And everything that we're seeing with the fake money, the money out of thin air, the way our politicians are printing money and spending it, the deficit's exploding, the debt's exploding. We're throwing trillions around like it's absolutely nothing now. And I think that this is probably the most important time in human history that you want to be holding real, tangible assets. We've seen things break, over the years in the Middle East, in Central South America. And what does everybody turn to eventually? Gold. It's God's money, 5,000 years of history. If you need help with getting some, go to my link down below. But where are we going to be in the next, where do you think we're going to be with this economy in 2026? I think this is going to be a horrible Christmas. Mm-hmm. I think and I'm not blaming this administration for the economy because we had 4 years of what. But I think if we can even turn the economy around. We lost 12,000 manufacturing jobs last month. The jobs are disappearing. Yeah. Now it's if you want to be a medical assistant or if you want to work at Starbucks, fast food, these are the main jobs in America. We need manufacturing jobs. We need steel plants to open up. We need aluminum plants. We need the refineries. We need to be drilling. We need to be mining coal. We need to be getting back to what got us, to a first world nation, because I think we are now accelerating into being a third world nation.
Mm-hmm. I think the best thing somebody could do, I know the education rate for degrees is through the roof right now. Certain schools are taking minority scholarships away just because there's an influx of degrees being applied for, and it's just crazy to me that if you think about it, AI is essentially going to take your job within the next 10 years. Yeah. Whether you're a medical coding analyst or an accountant or a bookkeeper or doing payroll for a company. The best thing Americans can do is go to trade school. I am a retired welder. I'm still in the trades. I have made more money than some of the doctorates that are out there. I've made more money than a dentist at one point. But the decline is there, but the demand is there. I think if America could bring back the steel industry, and bring back all these manufacturing jobs, I think we'd be better off in 2026, definitely.
Yeah. But now we're so dependent on countries like China. That's the scary thing, is the dependency now over the decades. We sent all of these jobs over there, all of the best jobs, the manufacturing jobs, over the last 40 years. And now we're dependent on pharmaceuticals. We're dependent on, steel. We're actually importing more food than we export now as a nation. That's absurd.
That's another thing I was about to touch on is a lot of these farmers are backing out of farming.
What's happening? Yeah, let's talk about farming. It. We're here in Alabama. If you could expand on that.
Peanuts around Alabama. We are the nation's capital. We are the national capital for peanuts. This is the peanut capital of the world. We grow the largest amount of peanuts. So peanuts is always going to be there. There's always going to be that demand for peanuts. As far as cotton, a lot of these cotton farmers are getting out of it. We're buying it from, I think it's Egypt right now is got a good one that we're buying, and I forget the other countries that we're taking these shipments in from. But a lot of these farmers are backing out because, one, they're not getting their grants. They're not getting the proper insurances that they used to get. The government used to assist them on deadlines and everything else, and you don't see that anymore. We haven't seen that, I think, since like 2017 or 2018 is when I think it was, oh goodness, I forget who it was, but they took it away from the farmers, and it detrimentally hurt them. A lot of them went bankrupt. The state came in and took their farms. My father-in-law, this will be his last year farming. He spent over $60,000 on over 1,000 acres of land this year, and he won't make a dime. A lot of it's going to be a tax write-off just because He has insurance, which a lot of people are listening to me say tax write-off. Oh, well, he's going to make his money. No, the insurance he owes for insurance, he owes for the equipment, he owes for the land. So you got to think he's got to upkeep all that equipment. He's got to pay the taxes on the land. He's got to pay for the seed, the chemicals, the companies that come in and spray the chemicals, the mechanics, everything. So farmers right now, they're hurting. I have seen over 6 farmers this year shut their doors.
And you guys raise beef out here too.
Yes, sir.
And beef is
Yeah,
very,
beef,
very expensive.
Beef is actually, there's a lot of people getting in beef around here.
Yeah.
Whether they were row cropping, now they're cattle farming. So a lot of these farmers that do have a trust or they had a few great years that this year didn't hurt them really bad, they're swapping over from row cropping to cattle farming.
Do they grow soybeans out here?
I haven't heard of much.
Because the soybean farmers are getting destroyed. China has not bought one soybean from America. They're going to, I think, to South Central America. So the soybean farmers are getting absolutely destroyed. So what should the U.S. government be doing right now for the farmer?
Give them back their grants. Mm-hmm. Give them back that help. Bring farming back to America. Not some warehouse out in the West where they grow tons and tons of fruits and veggies and under UV, artificial UV light. Bring it back. Bring real farming back and bring back real food.
Yeah, I agree. Alabama, what do you think about it?
I love it. What do you think? You're the new guy.
What I think, I love it. I've been here, about a week, but this is like now my 4th time here. And well, Turbo loves it. It's going nuts right now. No, absolutely love it. The people have been fantastic. The food's been really good. I got to get back to the gym here this week. But I mean, it's a beautiful state. I mean, It's so underrated. I just hope that a bunch of Californians don't come here and ruin it. I hope a lot of people don't come here and ruin it because it's a beautiful state. And it's just a real conservative group of people and a beautiful state. I mean, it's just great.
Yeah. That's one thing. We don't care where you're from. We do care who you vote for, though. Don't turn it into a blue state. Don't come down here bringing the crime or the drugs. Please. One, we won't handle it. We'll probably take care of you quicker than the sheriff will. But just be yourself, be who you are, and be a true soul. Yeah. Don't come down here thinking you're going to cause riffraff or anything like that.
Yeah,
we just won't handle that.
Yeah, it just seems like people just want to just live their life.
Yep.
And
you leave me alone.
Yep.
We'll leave you alone.
Yep, absolutely. I sleep really good here. It's very, very relaxing here. And when I go into town, people are really nice. Great service at everywhere I've gone.
What do you think about the policing out here?
Oh man, well, they definitely show themselves.
Yeah.
Actually, I went and had some catfish today for lunch, and a couple officers came in, said hi to me. Very nice that the law enforcement here said, "Hey, how you doing today? Hey, officer, how you doing? Nice to see you guys. Be safe." Very cordial, very, very nice. Very in shape, clean cut. That's good to see. I know that some departments in California, they were in really, really bad shape. But it's good. A couple of officers today, very, very nice. But I see them out here, the sheriff, the departments, they're out, they're in full force, making it known that they're out here. They ain't gonna F around. So that's nice to see too, because I will tell you this, funny that you bring that up, because in California, I will drive around for days and I won't even see a police officer. I'll be on I-10 for a week and I won't even see a highway patrol unit. And so it is good to see that they're out there. They're driving through, the rural areas like this, and even in, some of the neighborhoods, and of course in town, they're out there. But even in these rural areas, I mean, the other morning I came out here and one just drove right by the road, and it's good to see, man. Yeah, it's good to see.
Shoot ya.
So we're gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna close with Jacob, and again, thanks for coming by. But 3 things people could do right now to maybe prepare for economic collapse, cyber attack, grid down, the system shutting down for 30 to 60 days. 3 things that a person could do right now, not millionaires, not making $100,000 a year. What could the guy making $40,000, $50,000 a year do right now to put the odds in his favor of surviving a catastrophic event? I'll give you mine. Number 1.
I'd buy gold.
All right, you gotta have some gold.
I was going to say, you know, if we were to have some sort of government collapse or economic collapse,
and nobody wants the dollars.
Yeah, you're going to need some bartering system.
Right.
So whether it be buy gold or buy chickens, buy some sort of livestock.
Chickens will be here in the next couple of weeks, and some guineas. Funny that you said that too, because you're kind of in the farming business. Your family is and all that. I've had farmers comment down below because people say you can't eat your gold and silver. You as a farmer, will you take gold and silver for eggs, for chicken, for beef, for cucumbers, for tomato?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because I can go right into Florida. They just passed it to where you can use it as a bartering system.
Yeah.
You can take that gold and go buy a house in Florida.
Extremely liquid. Extremely liquid.
Yeah.
I can take it to a refinery. I can take it to any dealer, and they're going to give me dollars for it. I don't know if I want those dollars at this point. But so in a way, you can eat the gold and silver. You say, gold and silver as preparation. I would say make sure you have a way to protect it.
Yep.
If you don't have security, somebody's going to take it. And I mean, I have over a year's supply of emergency food and canned food. And of course, we're going to be putting chickens up here.
Make sure if you're storing ammunition, you get a Pelican box. And wherever you store the Pelican box, make sure you have a dehumidifier. Mm-hmm. Whether the Pelican box or whatever ammo can or whatever you're storing your ammunition in, they still have the tend to sweat. There's that sweat time that gets in there from whether it be the weathering or the air conditioning in your house. So make sure you have a dehumidifier in there, keep that rust off of it, keep that ammunition good. And
keep those skills sharp.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So a couple things we're just doing this spontaneously, but Jacob will be back. Your grandfather has a buffalo ranch. We're going to be hitting that, the catfish farm, some other farms. So you'll see Jacob on the show coming up, and he's pretty awake with what's going on. He's sharp financially. So we're going to get his take on a lot of things and get a different perspective here in Alabama. And I mean, this license plate is great.
Yeah, the first time seeing that, huh? Hillbilly.
His license plate says hillbilly. Out of here. God bless. Take care.